Welcome to Coffee with Art, coming to you from the Brown Family Farm and First Baptist Church, Connerville, Oklahoma. We join together every morning to spend a few minutes reading our Bible, enjoying each other's company, and encouraging each other throughout the day. Have a blessed day. There we go. Good morning. We are live. We are back home, and we drove halfway across Oklahoma and back yesterday. We had a good trip though. We drove to Glencoe to pick up a cow and a calf, and then she's bred, so 3 in 1. We're glad to get her back home safe. Need to check on her this morning. Good morning, Joe. Good morning, 4Cs. We've already got 3 people joining us. Good morning, guys. You must be working really good this morning. Glad that you guys are here with us. And it is going to be a good day. We left yesterday, and about every hour it rained on us, it seemed like. And then on the way back, when we got there to pick her up, big storm come through, and it dropped from like 93 degrees to 70 degrees. So it was really nice when we got there, and so she had a good trip back. It wasn't real hot. But we're glad to be home, and saw a lot of country. It sure is pretty up there. This morning we're in Acts chapter 26. Agrippa. Did we read 20? I don't remember what we read yesterday. Maybe we're in 25. We read the whole chapter yesterday. Yeah, we're in chapter 25. Paul's gathered up, and now he's in Caesarea. So we're going to be introduced to some more players. One is Felix. There was Felix, and then Festus arrives, and Agrippa and Bernice arrive. Now, the best I can tell, Agrippa is Herod's grandson. There was another Herod Agrippa before this one, and this is the second. And then Bernice is his sister. As best that I can tell, but they're acting like they're married. She's acting like the big queen. So as we read about these guys, just keep in mind, but they're still in Israel. They're right on the coast in Caesarea. And so here we begin. 3 days after Festus arrived in the province, he went up from Jerusalem from Caesarea. The chief priests and leaders of the Jews presented their cases against Paul to him, and they appealed, asking for a favor against Paul, but Festus summoned him to Jerusalem. They were in fact preparing an ambush on the road to kill him. Festus, however, answered that Paul should be kept at Caesarea, and said that he himself was about to go there shortly. Therefore he said, let those of you who have authority go down with me and accuse him if he's done anything wrong. When he had spent no more than 8 or 10 days among them, he went down to Caesarea, and the next day, seated at the tribunal, he commanded Paul to be brought in. When he arrived, the Jews who had come down from Jerusalem stood around him and brought many serious charges that they were not able to prove. And then Paul made his defense. Neither against the Jewish law, nor against the temple, nor against Caesar have I sinned in any way. But Festus, wanting to do the Jews a favor, replied to Paul, "Are you willing to go up to Jerusalem to be tried before me there on these charges?" Paul replied, "I am standing at Caesar's tribunal, where I ought to be tried. I have done no wrong to the Jews, as even yourself know very well. If then I did anything wrong and am deserving of death, I am not trying to escape death. But if there's nothing to what these men accuse me of, no one can give me up to them. I appeal to Caesar." Well, that changes everything right there. Then after Festus conferred with his council, he replied, "You have appealed to Caesar you will go." Now several days later, King Agrippa and Bernice arrived in Caesarea and paid a courtesy call on Festus. Since they were staying there several days, Festus presented Paul's case to the king, saying, "There's a man who was left as a prisoner by Felix. When I was in Jerusalem, the chief priests and the elders of the Jews presented their case and asked that he be condemned. I answered them that it is not the Roman custom to give someone up before the accused faces the accusers and has an opportunity for a defense against the charges. So when they had assembled here, I did not delay. The next day I took my seat in the tribunal and ordered the man to be brought in. The accuser stood up, but brought no charge against him of the evils I was expecting. Instead, they had some disagreements with him about their own religion and about a certain Jesus, a dead man Paul claimed to be alive. Since I was at a loss in a dispute over such things, I asked him if he wanted to go to Jerusalem and be tried there regarding these matters. But when Paul appealed to be held for trial by the emperor, I ordered him to be kept in custody until I could send him to Caesar." Agrippa said to Festus, "I would like to hear the man myself." "Tomorrow you will hear him," he replied. So the next day, Agrippa and Bernice, now that's his sister, from best I could figure out, came with great pomp and circumstance and entered the auditorium with the military commanders and prominent men of the city. When Festus gave the command, Paul was brought in. Then Festus said, "King Agrippa, and all men present with us, you see this man? The whole Jewish community has appealed to me concerning him, both in Jerusalem and here, shouting that he should not live any longer. I found that he had done nothing. He had not done anything deserving of death. But when he himself appealed to the emperor, I decided to send him. I have nothing definite to write to my lord about him. Therefore, I have brought him before all of you, and especially before you, King Agrippa, so that these examinations is over, I may have something to write. For it seems unreasonable to me to send a prisoner without indicating the charges against him." It just keeps unwinding for him, doesn't it? You heard the kicking the can down the road? That's what these guys are doing. They're kicking the can down the road. Well, you guys, I think it could be hot today. So don't get too hot. Take care of yourselves. Bruce, you travel today. Stay safe. And Sunday morning, 10 o'clock, Sunday school, 11 o'clock, broadcast live from downtown Connerville. And we're going to talk some more about a vacation Bible school. I've done a little bit of research, but kind of got an idea. I don't know. Don't know how it's going to work, but that's all right. We'll figure something out. You guys have a great day. Say kind words and do kind things. and call and check on somebody. Invite them to church and tell them that you love them. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.